Good morning, Dr. Ramirez.
Hey, good morning.
I was talking to the Social Justice Committee the other day, and they wanted to get your thoughts on social justice. And so I came up with a few questions to kind of get you to speak about your feelings and your thoughts about what we're doing with the social justice pillar.
Great.
And so I think the first question we have is, why is social justice one of the pillars? Tell us a bit about the history of social justice as a pillar.
So in 2017, when we were looking at rewriting the charter, there was a group of us, a group of educators from the middle school, and the high school, and some administrators, and we came together. And we started looking at the rewriting of the charter. Mm-hmm. And in the rewriting process, we came up with 4 pillars. Mm-hmm. And in the 4 pillars and in the conversations that we were having, we felt like dual language was one of our strengths. This whole idea of the global perspective was another one. And really valuing the community engagement that we have here at CVLCC. The social justice theme was pretty much a collaboration conversation. Mm-hmm. Of how we look at our youth and how we look at our community and how we look at our world. Mm-hmm. And we found that would be kind of like the strength to organize our curriculum or our pillars, if you will, with topics to engage our community in transforming the world. Great. Because, in our mission it says we believe in every individual, potential to act with integrity and to create their own knowledge. And we felt like this is the strength of the pillar. Mm-hmm. To help us create learning opportunities for our students. Mm-hmm. To create their own knowledge.
Great. So I think we all have a definition of social justice, but we're interested in what is your definition of what is social justice to you?
So I go back to Freire, and I go back to the philosophy of the banking education model and the problem posing model. Mm-hmm. To me, social justice is problem posing. Knowing that you are not going to get to the right answer, you're going to get to an opportunity to create a relationship with individuals around that topic. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be able to create solutions, maybe not get to them, but you're going to have a dialectic journey. Mm-hmm. In creating that knowledge and the awareness of what it is to look at an individual and validate them for who they are. Mm-hmm. And not impose the traditional stereotypes or the traditional philosophy that people are sometimes often marginalized.
Mm-hmm. Great. So then tell us, what does a social justice school look like in your mind, in your eyes? What does that look like?
To me, a social justice school looks like an experience. Mm-hmm. It's not the traditional teaching method. It's more of an engagement where you talk about it. You talk about the topic. You learn through the topic. And then you learn for the topic. Mm-hmm. And the for is more of us as human beings. What are we doing to change? What type of activities are we going to engage as a system to show that we are, that we believe in the justice of a topic, mm-hmm. or of an issue or of a concern, etc.
Mm-hmm. So towards the end of the year, one of the big topics we started to focus on was restorative practice. So how do you feel restorative practice relates to social justice?
Restorative practice, I'm going to tell you, is the first opportunity for us to start looking at our humanity. Mm-hmm. And to start looking at the causes and the effects of a certain type of behavior. But it's allowing the individual to speak his or her truth and to allow other people to learn from that truth. Mm-hmm. And then try to find the resources to support and try to find the resources to engage in creating a new way of looking at the situation.
Okay, great. And then I think the other big topic we focused on was this thinking pedagogy. How do you feel, or do you think thinking pedagogy relates to social justice?
The thinking pedagogy are the tools that are going to help us engage in these experiences. Mm-hmm. because when you have strategies to improve your thinking, or you have strategies to engage in intellectual conversations,
Sure.
or protocols, or whatever we want to call them, that's going to allow us to begin to engage in that. We can't, when you look at social justice, it can't be a canned curriculum.
Yeah.
It has to be an experience. And through the experience, we have to learn as educators, how do we create that experience without imposing our own thoughts and our own disposition when it comes to that topic that we're talking about.
Great. Well, I want to thank you. Today we have a bunch of teachers at the elementary that are going to sit together, pick some topics, and talk about social justice. So I think hearing from you first really sparks that thinking, and will lead to great dialogue. So thank you so much for talking with us today.
Well, thank you, elementary. I think this is an opportunity for us to begin to transform our curriculum and to really look for a new pathway in engaging our community and really creating that transformative system of education that we try so hard to change.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Adios.